All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. 57 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Lock. 57 to Mike.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here we go. Watch the slant.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
12, fellas, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. L.J. Collier. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up third and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. From the 16, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, they're almost discrediting their work.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Taking it about the 16. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, check 56. I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike. One, Niners. Mike, 5-4. Ready? Shoot. Watch the shoot.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. From the 38, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, it's Coleman. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's from sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Here we go. 56. You got it. 65.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo! 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch. Tighten up.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Garoppolo on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
You got it. You got it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And some room to work. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A terrific run there by Penny. 51 yards on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
36 power.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Good. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Garoppolo now. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Taken in at the 11. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Gold to add the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Davis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Penny. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he'll let this go. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Here we go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get in the weight room. Light 56. Hey, Alpha. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the 1st-round pick of 2014. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Who's the team? Check Mike 54. Mike, go 14.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Penny. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they'll run it again with Penny. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 88 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What? 56 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Penny, the 1st down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them